Like it felt like that area and that bit of land where they've made that golf course that was designed, it was put here on earth to be a golf course. Even Jim would enjoy it there.
Yeah, one of the most enjoyable
terrible.
rounds that we've played. Like,
it's so clear that so much care and attention has gone in. Like for me, I did a thing where I said, and I remember all 18 holes of that golf course.
Yeah.
That's another thing, it will just live in my memory forevermore. Episode 53, Nish's top 3 courses of 2025. And I'm loving referring to myself in the third person there. It's great. Now, we talked about it in the last episode, but it's amazing to think that we played 15 of the finest that the UK has to offer. And it really has been a wild, wild ride. I wouldn't have it any other way. And today I'm going to reveal my top 3 golf courses. But before we carry on, I'm going to make my normal request for you to tap the follow or subscribe button. Just to help us get a bit of that cloutier that we were talking about earlier. And, you know, help us reach all of our subscriber targets that can just help us grow the podcast and grow the production and grow the content that we can get for you. And it all just takes a microsecond of your time. Now, back to the episode. I'm going to hand over the reins to Chris now.
oh shit.
Turned to host. It's my turn to answer some questions.
I'm
on easy street, mate. This
You
is it
are
now.
actually, because obviously we've
You've
already
revealed
done
yours.
my top 3.
Yeah.
And obviously they are the top 3, so there's not really much point in you going through your top 3. It's fairly inconsequential.
Nothing for me to talk about here, isn't it?
It's a bit of a waste of time. But so maybe we could do, instead of doing that, you could do your top 3 service stations of the year, as we mentioned them earlier.
There's only one that wins, and we stop there every time we've been up to Scotland. What was it called now? I've erased the name from.
Oh, it's a long name, wasn't it?
It's a really long name, but we stop there every time, and every
did.
time we stop there, I've gone, I really don't like this place.
It's
but
the perfect. It's equidistant, so like halfway up.
helps
to
you
Scotland,
charge your
doesn't
car
it?
up. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's great. Yeah, we've stopped at some pretty ropey places, haven't we? We've stayed at a couple of roadside Premier Inns as well that have been choice. Let's put it that way. And actually, funnily enough, the most awkward I felt was the one at Dundee when that English guy was having a right go at the Scots. It was like,
It was
mate,
class.
read the room, man. Read the room. But yeah, sorry, Chris. What would you like to know?
So yeah, let's move on from service stations. So go on then, Nish. I mean, I kind of talked a little bit around my courses that just missed my top 3. So I'll open that door for you if you want to have that discussion, or if you want to go straight in with your number 3, then I'll take that from you as well.
I probably didn't have that as a. There are a few in contention, and I haven't made that list as such. So I don't think I've kind of got that. I think my third place course, when I looked at it, I think it's very similar to you actually. The top 2 wrote themselves for me.
Yeah.
And then I got to 3 and I was like, I could almost pick 6 golf courses here.
It's hard, isn't it? It's definitely the hardest.
Yeah,
the hardest pick.
I'll maybe give some names that kind of came in. Okay, let's do it. I'll give some names that came into contention, and I'll probably do it in chronological order. So, Queens at Glen Eagles.
That's not in your top 3.
It's not in my top 3, but it
I
was
was
right
sure that
up
was
there.
going to be nailed on your top 3.
Yeah, it was a fabulous golf course.
Yeah.
I've liked some of the short ones that we've played, you know.
You liked all the short ones, I think.
Yeah, because I think what it's giving you is
you're really short.
Yeah, it gives you a chance to score. Which is all good. But I think what the short courses haven't got. Well, this is the most obvious thing in the world to say, but they just haven't got that brute length to rely on to make it difficult.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's a lot of interesting character you've got to build into it to make it where people have got to like hit a shot or whatever. And I've found all of the short ones are visually amazing to look at.
Yeah.
So Queens was right up there for consideration.
I genuinely thought that
was
would
in
be
my
a
top
contender
3?
for number 1. I thought that was going to be
And that
pushing
was
Trump.
well in my favourite
was
for
your number
ages, wasn't it? But yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Right, that's a shock already.
That is a shock. Yeah, that's a genuine shock to me.
interesting, isn't it?
Like I'd already. I tell you what. Before you reveal yours,
Go on.
I'll reveal
do you
what
think
I
my
thought your top 3 were going to be.
Chris's idea of Nish's top 3. Here we
Yeah,
go.
so I thought your top 3. I thought that probably Trump was going to be number 1.
Yeah.
Same as me, because I think we both just came away from there going, that was unbelievable.
Yeah, no, you're wrong.
Okay. Yeah,
no,
scribble
it's
it out.
fine, yeah.
I think then Queens would been your second one.
Yeah, Queen's at second.
I thought
right.
Queens would have been your second. And then I thought you were going to put Cruden Bay in there at 3 to piss me off.
I was very tempted with that.
Or possibly, if you weren't thinking about that, you'd maybe put Hankley Common in there or Dunbarney.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, you'll find out.
Okay, let's go for it.
So Queen's obviously gets a very, very special mention for me. I, as we discussed on the episode, I really liked Cruden Bay.
Yeah.
Again, short course.
Yeah.
But for me, that was the first time as I was playing golf, that kind of mist and moodiness and whatever, and just
was that just my
that was
nature
you.
on the
It
day?
was
Is
just
that what
it was
we're
just
talking
like this
about?
cloud over you, Chris, and it was like it just felt to me like this is not with the stuff that I was walking around with and I had in my hands or anything like that, but it felt like golf from a bygone era, like how it was supposed to be played 120 years ago, and how, you know, all these amazing characters that have played golf before us, you know, that's how they would have experienced it. I got a little bit of that at Gullen, I have to say.
Yeah.
That trip itself, like Gullen and Cruden Bay, really did that for me.
Yeah.
And that helped me in my sort of attitude towards Cruden Bay.
Yeah.
If you pushed me and said, would you, if somebody was in that, I'd asked you the question in the last episode, you know, yeah, you've only got 18, I'm not recommending Cruden Bay.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong, like, I'm not putting it up on a pedestal, but it gave me a good feeling playing there.
Yeah.
So that got a consideration for third place, I suppose. And then probably Gullen.
Yeah.
You know, that for me, again, was probably the first time. I'll have to admit, like, when we hit 3, the tee at 3, and we could literally just see the whole course laid out ahead of us.
Yeah.
It was a bit surprising to me because you could just see people everywhere playing golf there because there's nothing to block your view. You could just see the whole fucking golf course.
Yeah.
And that was it took me aback for maybe 5 minutes when I was like, oh, I'm not sure I like this.
It felt like kind of golf in its simplest format, didn't it?
Yes.
It did.
Here's a hill. Here's some like land.
Yeah.
And it was a thoroughly enjoyable round, thoroughly enjoyable, magical place almost, I felt.
Yeah.
So I got that. And then I've got a couple of notable mentions that I'll probably go in later on. But I think as a course, those 3 pushed for that third place, I think. Yeah.
I'm not going to argue any of those. Yeah, I think they're all good choices.
Yeah. Okay. Right. So my number 3.
No, I'm going to argue these 3.
Yeah. Well, you actually mentioned it. So my number 3 was Hankley Common.
Hankley Common, was it? Yeah.
Hankley Common was what I would expect a top 10 golf course to be like.
Right. Okay.
It had everything about it. So it had the challenge, you know, it wasn't too hard. And actually I was shocked at how wide those fairways were.
Yeah.
Okay, I was hitting it well, so you know you're going to be okay.
Feels easier. Yeah.
It felt like it wasn't like if you went really wide, yes, you're going to be stuck in heather and whatever, and that's fine, that's understandable. But it wasn't like trying to batter you with difficulty.
Yeah.
But the some of the holes that we were on, you stood at the tee, and I've started doing this thing now where I'll turn around after the green, I'll just look back down the hole as well.
Yeah.
I mean, I think some of them were almost better backwards when he looked at them. And it was 18 holes of genteel but challenging, visually stunning, and just amazing, magical golf. Like, I just felt, this is going to sound really, really corny, but I felt at home there playing golf. Like, it felt like that area and that bit of land where they've made that golf course that was designed, it was put here on earth to be a golf course.
Yeah. I mean, you felt like there was just nothing else going on anywhere else in the world. You were just in that moment where there was nothing else going on around you. So it was pretty cool, wasn't it?
It was amazing, and it you know that was again for me an example of manicured to the point where you know it's manicured, and they've looked after it really, really well, but also it just fits in with its surroundings, and it was just a stunning place to play golf.
Yeah,
I loved it.
Yeah,
and there was a stretch of holes that we played, which was probably it was early on. I mean, I liked one because I thought it was a gentle opener, but there was a bit about it.
Yeah.
2 was a fantastic par 3.
Beautiful hole, wasn't it? It's only a short hole, but like just
Brilliant par 3.
that sets you up for the rest of the round, doesn't it?
3, I thought was a really interesting hole. A little bit of almost roller coastery about it. You know, you got to get your landing point and then you kind of dip down.
Yeah.
4, which the green is right next to the clubhouse. That's and the clubhouse at Hankley Common was amazing. Like, I got in there and I was just like, I could take this clubhouse round with me everywhere I go. Like, it was wonderful. And then it was we played 5. 5 was like it didn't make my top 5, but it was one of my favorite holes on as we were going through this kind of journey.
Yeah.
And then, you know, we hit that par 3. The 7th, was it?
7th or 8th, is it? Yeah.
I mean, that was we both obviously struck it incredibly well and played it very well.
Yeah,
but
it does help.
that is a tee shot to put the frighteners on you.
Yeah.
But also you stood there and you're like, yeah, no, I'm gonna go on. I'm gonna give it a go here.
Yeah.
You know, well, you weren't sort of stood there going, I've got to take my driver out and I'll just hope for the best.
Yeah.
I said it in the review. I listened back to it and I kept calling it a grown-up golf course, and that is still the phrase that sticks out at me.
Yeah.
Like, you could transport me to Hankley Common any single day of the week and I would be a pig in shit.
Yeah.
It'd be great.
Yeah, no, yeah, again.
And the Ferraris in the car park,
complaints.
mate, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
It was so good.
Adds
And
to the value.
do you know what? I'm saying this with those greens that had been aerated.
Yeah. Like I said in my top 3, I think if we'd have played that, because I mean those greens, you could tell they were just incredible, even though they'd had big holes in them. You could tell they would have been like lightning fast if they hadn't been aerated.
There were some green complexes were innocuously incredible. Like, you'd look at it and you go, I've seen things that are visually more stunning. Like, I've seen big drop-offs and I've seen these big crater bunkers and whatever. But you know, there was one, I think it might have been the 8th or 9th or something like that. It's the one where off the back side of the tees where the Skyfall estate is. So you get to the actual green. And it's a pretty big green, so it's a big target. I missed my approach, but I ended up in between bunkers in this little tuft of heather.
Yeah.
You know, and that's a tough place to be. But when I stood back from it, I thought, that's beautiful. There's 2 lovely, well-manicured bunkers and this little tuft of heather just at the top there, just to give you a little bit of challenge and get him onto this big green.
Yeah.
Fabulous golf course.
Yeah, it
Absolutely
was.
fabulous golf course.
Yeah, and I agree. I think the way they kind of just, I don't know, like the heather and spoiler alert, you might come to this in my top 5 holes, but like the way the kind of heather and the tree lines and the bunkers, like and the pristineness of it, like it just looks, like it's just visually, it's just incredible, isn't it?
We obviously played it on another very hot day. This is becoming a recurrent theme, but I said that this feels like almost we're playing golf abroad. And it really did feel like that. The fairways were lush. It was postcard perfect, that place, but in not a try hard way.
Yeah.
It was naturally elegant.
Yeah. And we went in there with pretty low expectations, I think it's fair to say, because we kind of looked at it and gone, looks fairly flat and
a
bit dull. But it was anything but that, wasn't it?
Didn't feel it at all when we were there. So that was my number 3.
Okay. So do you want to take us up to number 2 then, Nish, up next in the list?
Chris, number 2.
So you said these were fairly nailed on, your number 1 and 2, similar
My
to
number
me.
1 and 2 were really nailed on. It's
I'm trying to think what it is now.
number 2. Number 2 for me was Dumbarnie.
Dumbarnie, yeah, okay, fair enough.
Now, we made it short because we played off shorter tees, so that probably helped a little bit. But that, to me, we entitled the review, "Is this the best of golf in Scotland?" And I think from an overall experience of golf, and I'm kind of coming at it from that a little bit, I don't think we're going to beat that. I really don't. It had a few things that were so well thought out that that's only afforded to a new golf club. Yeah. Because others have existing facilities.
I mean, ultimately, all the decisions they're making are for your experience. Yeah. They're not having to worry about members and
nothing
annoying people. And, they've got one target market, it's right?
Your golfing pleasure.
Cater for that. Yeah.
I mean, again, we said it in the review, but you come out the clubhouse ready to go and warm up. You walk probably 30 paces to the
Yeah.
practice range, which is fantastic, by the way. Grass
Yeah.
range, crater balls, all that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Dead log, you can hit every club in the bag. You walk backwards 15 paces, you're on the practice green.
Yeah.
And then just next to that, there's a short game practice area.
Yeah.
And then you go, I'm teeing off in 5 minutes. Oh, no, but I'm only 10 paces from the first tee.
Yeah.
You're just, it's unhurried then. Like
Yeah.
the whole thing.
Yeah.
And then you get to the first tee and the views were just unbelievable.
Yeah.
You know, it just stacked up. Everything stacked up for me on that golf course.
Yeah.
And I think that again had the right degree of, and I'm a 17.3 handicapper right now, and I don't envisage that changing. I very much like taking on the Challenger Carnoustie, and I would absolutely defend your right to go. I want to play the tough golf courses.
Yeah.
For me, pardon me, for me, the playability of Dumbarton is what almost pushed it to the next level beyond.
Yeah.
Oh, it's an experience. It's like, do you know, you can't go there and not enjoy your golf.
No, I think I agree. I think it's probably one of
Even Jim would enjoy it there.
yeah, one of the most
he's
enjoyable
terrible.
rounds that we played. Like, yeah,
It was
for
so
sure.
good, wasn't it?
It was, yeah.
You know, and it was it just felt like that care and attention gone into it. And then, you know, the little things that, and I say this about when we go away for weekends, like me and my wife or me and my mates or whatever. And if you turn up somewhere and I think you're going to disagree with me on this, sorry, but you turn up somewhere and once you go into your hotel room, and okay, nowadays you've seen everything online, so you know what it's going to look like.
Yeah.
But you rock up and it's like everything's nice, like the bathroom's lovely, the bed's really well made. Oh, it's comfy pillow, whatever. Like you just go, I'm gonna have a great weekend. Like that basic stuff is sorted and it's looked after and it's done. I don't have to worry about it. So we finished, and it was like, we know we've not experienced it, but we know we're gonna have a good time in the clubhouse afterwards eating.
Yeah.
Because it's just going to be sorted.
Yeah.
And like, we're not going to be rushed out, not going to feel like they're packing up around us or anything like that. It was like...
I mean, it's quite the opposite. They were just waiting for us to leave, right? We were
Yeah,
they were just like, yeah, want some more
Just
drinks,
carry on.
guys?
Yeah.
Just as long as you guys are here, we're
But
here
it
to
was
serve
absolutely
you.
pitch black, wasn't it? When we got outside, I was like, I need to get the torch on my phone out. But it did everything. I know you've got the bag in front of you that we got, you know, and just... Yeah, it was a wondrous place to go and play golf, and I think you could even go as a high handicapper.
Oh, absolutely.
And you could shoot a good score there, or you could have a good few goes at par or birdie or whatever.
And I think it's an interesting point. I think we've kind of, you know, we've touched on it a few times, I think, in a few episodes of if somebody came to you who was just your average golfer and said, which course would you go and play? Dumbarton
At the minute, I'm sending them right there, yeah.
Isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you're going to have a great experience. You're going to have a good round, pretty much.
Yeah.
You know, yeah.
I feel like if you pulled a guy off the street and you said, you know, describe to me a top 100 golf experience.
Yeah.
They obviously need to be a golfer, right? But, you know, they'd come pretty close to describing what you'd get at Dumbarton, because you'd expect the fineries, you'd expect like a really nice clubhouse, you'd expect like somebody's going to come and get your trolley and your bag and whatever. You're going to get a little tag with you. Even just like that. We've not had that here before. Your name on it and all that kind of stuff. You're like, actually, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I see where money's gone.
And it's an interesting, because it's such a new thing, you can almost sense that someone's kind of sat down and gone, right, how are we going to do this? And whoever did sit down and do that, you did a bloody good job, because A, you thought of all the right things, but B, you then executed them, because everything was just exactly how you would want it.
That almost verbatim. You've just read out the email I sent to David at Dumbarton. I said exactly that. I was like, maybe people don't say it because they focus on golf, but it's so clear that so much care and attention has gone in. Like, I get that you are a pay and play golf course, and you need like American tourists coming in, you need, you know, tourists from around the world, and then obviously British golfers coming in.
Yeah.
But the fact that you put so much care into all the little details, that just shows you do actually care about every single pound and pence that's going into your bank account from their green fees.
Yeah.
And I was like, that says a lot about how you set all this up. So wonderful. That was Dumbarton.
Yeah, fair enough. Again, I'm not going to argue with that, because Dumbarton was just class. Like I say, I think if it had been 5 or 6 years down the road, it probably would have been in my top 3 as well.
Yeah, I had to sort of detach myself from recency bias there as well, because I was like, am I just only thinking this because we've only just played it recently?
No,
But
I think it was.
it stacked up, didn't it? It
was
really
brilliant.
stacked up. So yes, that was number 2.
That's number 2. So then, I know you've kind of given us your potential third places, but have you got any other notable mentions? Again,
I do have a couple of notable mentions.
Okay.
Yeah, and I felt much like you. I'm going to mention a course that I felt bad it wasn't in my top 3.
Yeah.
And that is Hindhead.
Okay.
And I did feel bad it wasn't in my top 3 for a few reasons. Like, we got made so welcome there.
Yeah.
And this isn't a criticism of that golf club or course, because it was wonderful and the atmosphere just permeated through absolutely everybody.
Yeah.
We had the most fun.
It was the best golf club we've been to, for sure.
100%. Like, hands down, best golf club we've been to.
Definitely.
But that front 9,
yeah.
we did our preview and we were mega excited about that front 9.
Yeah, we
and
were.
then we got to it. And I cannot say it disappointed in any way, shape, or form.
It's surpassed our expectations, which were fucking sky high anyway.
It was unbelievable, that front 9. Like, I couldn't almost believe where we were playing golf.
Yeah.
It just felt almost otherworldly.
Yeah.
It was so good. And
I think we said it at the time, didn't we? That I think that was the most misranked course we've played. I think now we've played a stack more. Absolutely, for sure. That should not be down there at 91
I think it was.
Stupid. Like, that
course
is outrageous.
It's up there, that course. Yeah. I mean, okay, you could argue the back 9 doesn't reach the highs.
Yeah.
But I'm actually, I'll give you, before I give you my number 1 course, I'll tell you how. So you sort of said you looked at your golf courses and you thought it's actually the toughness is an element that has really come out in your choices. For me, I did a thing where I said, can I, in my head, without looking at anything, can I remember all 18 holes of that golf course?
Yeah.
And that my top 3 I could.
Yeah.
Like, very much so.
Mm-hmm.
The ones that I mentioned just that were in the frame, I could do that as well.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, but I would never ever forget that front 9 at Hindhead.
Yeah, I mean,
and I think I remember almost all the 18 at Hindhead. I almost feel that front 9 could carry any back 9.
Yeah.
Like, I could play the worst back 9 in my local course, and I'd still walk away going, that's a pretty good golf course there.
Yeah.
Because it was that good.
It was.
It was like a roller coaster ride, that place. If you get a chance, it's fucking friendly anyway. Like, and it's such a fabulous place to go, but you have to experience that front 9. Like, I feel like that is, before you pack up your clubs for good, that is an experience you must take in.
Yeah, I think it's definitely the most unique course we played, isn't it?
100%.
Sure. Yeah.
So that was one special mention, and the other special mention I have was for where we did our first society day, and that was at Hollingwell. Yeah. And there was a stretch 13 to 18, which grabbed my attention right from the start. That par 3, really elevated tee.
Yeah.
Massive green, but it was like, there's something about this. And it grabbed my attention from that point and didn't let it go till we finished 18.
Yeah.
And I loved that stretch of golf holes. Like, if I could take almost, my perfect golf course would almost be front 9 at Hindhead, that 13 to 18 stretch at Hollingwell.
Yeah.
And then I've got like 3 holes to make up somewhere, and I'll probably take them from my top 5, whatever. But I could almost just go, just give me a straight, wide open par 4, whatever.
Yeah.
Knowing full well I'm going to play 13 to 18.
Yeah.
It was amazing. It really was. And again, that was another place that was, it just felt like another worldly place to go and play your golf. It was secluded. It was quiet. Like, I was struggling, like, walking down the fairway, just going, I'm out of breath here, but I don't want to breathe too much because I bet everyone can hear it.
You're going to put the deer off the
roots down. It was that peaceful. That was wonderful. So they're my 2 mega, like, special mentions.
Yeah.
Which then brings me to
numero uno.
Course number 1. Well, if it's not in the top 3, I think you can pretty much guess what is course number 1, and it's the same. It's Trump International Links in Aberdeen.
Yeah.
What a place!
It's funny that we both agree on that, because, like you say, we both have very different perspectives on what we like and what we don't like. But yeah, it was just so good on all fronts.
It had me at the £700 shoe bag.
Yeah.
That course, and funnily enough, the clubhouse for me wasn't that impressive.
It was actually disappointing, wasn't it? The clubhouse, like it was
the locker room was
pretty rubbish, to be honest, wasn't it?
tiny. Like the
Yeah.
showers were all right, but
Yeah.
there was 2 of them for all these people playing.
Yeah.
I was just like, what is this locker room here? I don't get it. Like, they couldn't even find where the towels were. Had to ask
Yeah.
somebody for that. Pro Shop was tiny.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, the restaurant was great. Don't get me wrong. The restaurant
Yeah.
was fantastic. But
Yeah.
yeah, like, it didn't seem to need that almost. But
It didn't quite fit that for some reason, did it? But
no. Yeah, I feel like the clubhouse is not befitting of the quality of that
no, I mean, I
golf
think
course.
I'm pretty sure that will change.
They'll change that.
Yeah. Now they've
I
got a
mean,
new course there as well.
listen, now it's been mentioned on the Top 110 Golf podcast. They're going to do
Has
it.
to
But,
happen.
mate, we've obviously spoken at the last episode, and I sort of chirped in a little bit. I was trying to butter my lip a little bit because I knew it was my number one. But just again, a breathtaking views from every single tee. There's not a tee there where you don't want to get your phone out.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, my fuck count for that day must have been pretty fucking high because every time you stand up and see, you go, fuck.
it was just amazing, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And then you kind of go. And then it had one thing that I do like about playing golf is when you're playing and you can't see other people. Actually, I quite like that because you got that challenge, and
because I mean, other people are just overrated, right?
they're just idiots.
Yeah.
They'll hate people.
Yeah.
Apart from people who listen to quality golf podcasts, but it just had everything visually. We talked about the contrast, the almost fake green versus the yellow, the fescue, and everything was like hindhead front 9. You know, it's in amongst the dunes, and you had the Duneland thing.
Yeah.
You know, you had tee shots where it demanded your attention, but how rewarding on all of those when you hit your tee shot. Like, it was like, wow, I've done it. Like, that was unbelievable.
Yeah.
And I've never experienced it, but I was walking along there. I mean, links fairways are pretty springy, but they must have had trampolines under them because they were so springy, weren't they?
Yeah.
And then little things like, I couldn't find a divot anywhere because they all just get sorted out overnight. And it was like
beyond perfect, wasn't it?
This place is fabulous, absolutely fabulous.
Yeah.
So that's another thing. It will just live in my memory forevermore.
Yeah.
That golf course,
Yeah.
and that was a good criteria for me. That, you know, what am I going to remember?
It was
now?
completely unforgettable, wasn't it?
Totally unforgettable.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's, you know, I feel like we need to give a couple of people a shout out. I certainly will for my 3. You know, Andrew, who's a member at Hindhead, but he got us onto Hankley Common. Thank you, Andrew. I enjoyed Hindhead immensely, and then it's given me my top 3 golf course. You know, David and Blair at Dunbarney looked after us so well, and it delivered. Like, it wasn't like, oh, okay, we got to kind of give a few platitudes out here, and it's all right, but it's not that. It's absolutely all right, you know.
Yeah.
And then Trump, I mean, it was
Graham and Adrian.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, they were unbelievable hosts.
Yeah.
And
But I think
Adrian showed us round.
Yeah.
I think we needed it, didn't we? At
Well, we
times?
did,
It was
yeah.
like, just, where are we going here? What's
But you're right.
Just-
We kind of mentioned it earlier. The people along this journey have just been unbelievable. Just the amount
so good. So good.
You know, the amount of time and effort and, you know, generosity that
Generosity,
people
yeah.
are willing to give to us. Is
Reaffirms your faith in human beings.
It really does.
Yeah.
It really does.
I don't think they think the same about us, but, you know, we're I hope they do. You know, I hope that we've our gratitude has come out. But
Yeah.
that's my top 3, mate. That's my
Yeah.
top 3. Yeah.
Good.
So we agreed on number 1,
We agreed on number 1.
Which
We agreed
is-
on something.
which is
Is
pretty.
that the first
pretty
thing we've agreed on so far on the
incredible.
podcast?
I feel dirty, mate. I feel dirty. Yeah, I'm going to make sure.
Do you want to rethink it?
I think the next
Just
episodes.
edit that out a little bit.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Let's do a re-edit. But the next one's where we're talking about our top 5 holes. Now, there's going to be some variety potentially, but
Yeah, you'd think it would be unlikely for there to be too much crossover for there.
let's see.
But you never know.
Da, da, da.